All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome out. And hey, you saw my promotional video with Coach Carlos Jones, and now we are here. It's the Demaryius Thomas relay event here at West Lawrence High School. We got the man himself, Super Bowl champion, Mr. Morgan Burnett. He's here, he's speaking, and man, what a day it is. And you know, how'd you hear about this event and get out here today?
It was put together with Coach Carlos Jones, Pastor Carlos Jones. He reached out to me. Demaryius' mom reached out, and just, you know, I love the way that the town comes together just to honor a close friend of mine I consider a brother. So anytime they needed a helping hand, man, it was no-brainer. I was all on deck to come down and be supportive and kind of be a part of this special event.
No doubt, man. And of course, you know, a lot of people know, but maybe not all of our viewers, you had a special relationship with Demaryius. Kind of walk us through that.
Yeah, it started, we were college teammates that were roommates. Yeah. And so, you know, in college, you spend more time together than you actually do with your family. And we kind of just built the family bond, especially with our other brothers, like Joshua Nesbitt, our quarterback. So, and we kind of were irreseparable, and we always were together 24/7. I mean, he brought me down here a couple of times, got to meet his family. I took him to where I'm from in College Park, Georgia, to meet my family. And ever since then, man, we was stuck together, man. And football what brought us together, but off the field what made us closer and made us family.
For sure, yeah. And talk about that, man. You know, rooming with somebody in college, that's special. Talk about maybe some memories you have with Demaryius off the practice field.
Just how funny of a guy he was, man. Always smiling, always laughing. And you would think that when we were together, we always talk about football, but more so, we always joke with one another. We was big LeBron fans, so we always would be debating about LeBron and about how we big fans of LeBron, man. So just anything, man. It was never a dull moment when we were together. It was always a bunch of laugh and a lot of love.
Yeah, you know, man, of course, you know, I grew up here. I was one of the little guys at Demaryius' football camp and stuff over there. But, you know, you being his college teammate, you know him differently than I do. But I imagine the same guy that I know that was giving back here, that was Demaryius wherever he went.
Oh, most definitely. Pretty sure everything that y'all know about him here, trust me, he carried that everywhere he went. It's the same being said about him at Georgia Tech, same being said about him in Denver. Same being said about him around the country and in the NFL, man. He was always a solid guy. He was true to himself. He knew where he came from. He was a faithful guy, man, and that's why I love the most about him. And he was very humble, and that's what I appreciated, man, that he's one of the top receivers to play at Georgia Tech, one of the top receivers in Denver's history, and always was the same humble guy, and that's what I appreciate and love the most about him. No
matter how big he got, he never wanted the spotlight on him. I imagine even this poster right here, he probably wouldn't like that.
Right. Yeah. He probably wouldn't. He probably wouldn't want that one. He'll probably be trying to, you know, get over there and give pointers to the young athletes, man. That's the guy he was, man. Always trying to give back and always pull the next person up.
I tell you, man. Mr. Burnett, thanks for coming out today. Hey, man, look forward to that speech. Thanks for talking with me.
All right, thank you.
All right, we are still out at the Demaryius Thomas Memorial Relay today, and of course we've got Miss Tina with us, and we've got Garrett with us. And Miss Tina, of course, Bebe's mom. I imagine most of our viewers are going to know that. Man, how great is an event like this for you today, where, you know, Bebe, you know, his hometown, his high school, how great is it to have an event here at the high school, you know, in tribute, in memorial to Bebe?
It's an honor and it's a blessing, because I know that this is where everything started here on this track. Well, not necessarily here, but the other West Lawrence. Right. But here is where it all started, and he has a group of teammates that he loves and coaches. And so this right here is a testament of his legacy continuing, and it's a blessing to us and our families. And it's a humbling event as well.
It is. And, you know, Miss Tina, anybody you talk to that really knew Bebe, you know, think about Coach Jones, Morgan Burnett, they love the guy. I mean, what does that say about him?
It says, you know, when he was growing up, I always told him to treat people how he wanted to be treated. And I'm glad that stuck with him. And he always wanted the best for everyone. He cared for everyone. He didn't want to see anyone without any encouragement. He didn't want to see anyone suffer. He wanted to make sure everyone know that they was loved. And he wanted to make sure that he say, I love you to them, not just love you, but I love you. And he wanted to make sure that everyone felt just as important as he was.
No doubt. Miss Tina, you're so special. And I'm so glad we get carry on his legacy here at West Lawrence. And let me talk to Garrett right here, nephew. He's been waiting on us over here. Look, Garrett, you go to East Lawrence, man. So tell me about your relationship that you have with Bebe.
He was my uncle, and like he was teaching me. So he would teach me about football and all that stuff like that. The sport I play, he got me better and better, and I miss him.
No doubt, man. And what does it say about Bebe to you that, like, your whole family's still here supporting him, or how special is it for your family to come out and still support Bebe?
Oh, it's special. He got his legacy still going.
No doubt, man. And look, you're at East Lawrence, you know, pretty close to West. We'll count you over there. Hey, so what you doing over there at East? You doing any sports, anything like that?
Basketball and football.
Okay, there you go. Hey, just like Bebe right there, trying to carry it on. Yeah. There you go, Garrett. Hey, look forward to big things from you over there at East Lawrence High School. Miss Tina, look forward to having a great time out here today. Thank you.
Likewise.
Hi, I'm Tom Domney, W. Nelson Company. We're a full-service wholesaler specializing in plumbing, irrigation, and industrial products. We are committed to building long-term relationships with our customers by earning your business every day. With a staff that collectively offers more than 50 years of expertise, our team knows your industry. We're able to answer your questions and are ready to help you get the parts and equipment you need. At W. Nelson, our goal is long-term success of your business. We achieve that goal with a simple commitment, doing things right, one customer at a time. Our showroom is complete with the latest styles and fixtures. Stop by and see us at 507 Airport Road, or give us a call at 478-272-3585. That's W. Nelson.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are still at the Demaryius Thomas Memorial Relay. Everybody's going to recognize Mr. Dewayne Gibson, who we've lost to the east side, but I hear they're treating you pretty good over there.
Yeah, they are. They're good folks. They're good for Lawrence County folks.
That's it, yeah. Yeah, you can look out for that. And look, Coach, you know, you had a special relationship with Demaryius. Of course, you were his football coach and stuff like that. So maybe tell me a memory, I guess, you had with Bebe when he was in high school.
Well, I was actually not doing football at that point.
Okay.
But I picked him up track.
Yeah.
Senior year track.
Okay.
It opened up right at the beginning of the season, and I was asked to come out, and I did it, and I loved it. I fell in love with him. I fell in love with him early as a freshman, just watching him, just the way he handled himself, and I was able to talk with him and pray with him along the way because he had a lot of pressure. People don't understand the pressure that these D1 athletes go through for recruiting and just calls and texts all the time from coaches. For sure. And he would talk to, and we would pray and just seek the Lord's guidance. And he just was a lot of fun to be around. Good guy.
No doubt. Yeah, no doubt. And look, we're talking about him in high school, but no matter how big he got, you know, I mean, catching touchdown passes in playoff games and stuff like that, he was the same humble kid at the end of the day. He was just an awesome guy.
Absolutely. He would get out and play. When I was coaching middle school, his cousin was playing, and he would come down and play to watch from Georgia Tech. And he'd get out and run routes for my son. My son was a quarterback, 5th grade, throwing the ball, and he would run routes for him. He would play with whoever.
Yeah.
Just a kid at heart.
No doubt. Yeah, he's just a good guy. And Coach, you know, I saw you over there. You were talking to Miss Tina, the rest of Demaryius' family.
Yes.
You got a little bit of a relationship with them. Talk about that.
Yes. I taught Ty, his sister, in driver's ed, so that's what she was sharing the story how I scared her to death with that brake. She was going too fast.
I can relate to that as well. There you go. Yeah.
But yeah, and Bebe introduced me to his mother. Matter of fact, out here at the football field, we were doing a camp. And he said, Coach, I want you to meet my mama. He brought me over there to mama. So it meant a lot.
That's awesome for sure. And Coach, how important is it, of course, we're here at West Lawrence today, and how important is it for us at West Lawrence or entire of Lawrence County to still, you know, carry on Demaryius' legacy?
Just the quality of human being needs to be celebrated.
That's right.
He didn't look at the box of ethnicity. He didn't care if you checked white, Caucasian, black, Hispanic. It didn't matter. As long as you were a decent human being, he received you as a decent human being, and he was going to treat you as a decent human being. And everybody should do that and celebrate that.
No doubt. And look, that's what we're trying to do out here today, Coach. You got a big speech coming up, maybe, is what I'm hearing.
We'll
get ready for that.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you will recognize him because we just interviewed him a couple of days ago. And Coach, now finally here we are is the Demaryius Thomas Memorial Relay. And tell me, Coach, how's it feel to actually see it happening here today?
Man, it's a beautiful feeling, man. I am so full right now.
There you go.
It's just to be able to do this in his honor with everything that he meant to all the people that knew him is just huge. I just got word that my 4 guys who threw the shot put, we had 2 to scratch. And the other 2 scored a total of 88. So it's like he's smiling on us already. And so, man, it means a lot.
No doubt, Coach. You couldn't write that on a script. I mean, that's pretty powerful right there, no doubt. And look, having Demaryius' family out, how important is that to have them here for this today?
It's very important. Yeah. I mean, this is what it's about. And we wanted to have an opportunity to honor his life, and what would his life without them, there'll be no Demaryius. So to have them here to be a part of this is huge, because this is not just a West Lawrence thing. This is a community thing. This is a family thing. And so, man, I'm just full right now.
No doubt, Coach. And just, we talked about it a little bit, but, maybe some of a memory you have of Demaryius, I guess, when he was a younger guy, if you have any, just the kind of guy he was, Coach. Do you have anything for us on that?
Man, my greatest memory is because when he was small, the only time I really interacted with him was at Dudley Gym. Yeah. And just to see him coming there with so much confidence, he didn't care, that it was older guys out there on the court. He still wanted the ball in his hands.
That's right.
And he wanted to get out there. We were, man, go sit down. But he would be there and trying to get on the game. And whenever we on one end, he's on the other end shooting and hitting. So you knew something was special about him when he was a small boy.
That's right. And, Coach, Dewayne Gibson is going to be speaking, is that right? And
yes.
As well as Morgan Burnett. Yes. How great is it going to be for all, not just the West Lawrence kids, but Dublin, Montgomery County, and Howard, to hear them talk about what kind of guy Bebe was and just in his memory? How great will it be for these kids to hear about him?
It's great, and that's one of the reasons we wanted to have the speakers, because we want to make sure that the work ethics that Bebe had and everything that he did to walk into that greatness, to defy all the odds that was stacked against him and to still become great. We want to be able to pass that along and let them know that, man, this is a guy from your hometown or nearby to you. Right. You don't have to be in the big city to make it. All you got to do is have a work ethic and a will, and he's living proof. So we want to pass that along so that they can continue to believe in themselves.
No doubt, yeah. Look, hard work, man, and just one of the best guys you could think of from this county. That's what Bebe was, man, and we're glad to carry this on. And, Coach, I imagine we're looking to do this thing next year as well.
Yeah, this is an annual thing,
That's right.
And we're looking for every year for it to get bigger and bigger.
No doubt. Coach Jones, thank you for talking with me again, man.
Thank you.
It's March, and that means three things: St. Patrick's Day celebrations, championship basketball, and great deals at Dublin Nissan. With rates as low as 0% on new Nissans and 3.9% on select CPO models, now's the time to save a pot of gold at Dublin Nissan.
Pathfinder 0% for 36 months. Frontier 2.99% for 36 months.
Congratulations to the Trinity Christian Crusaders and the Wilkinson County Warriors for their state championships.
Allen's Heating and Cooling is your licensed Amana equipment dealer. Trust Allen's Heating and Cooling to install and service your heating and air conditioning unit. Allen services all brands, and with the purchase of a new unit, Amana offers a lifetime compressor warranty. Sean Clark or any of his friendly staff can help you today at Allen's Heating and Cooling. Your Amana dealer. Amana, last and last and last.
They call me Coach Gibby. I was here for 28 years, and I'm at East Lawrence for my last one. I had the wonderful opportunity of coaching Bebe, but before I got to coach him, I got to know him. Sometimes you get to know him while you're coaching, and that's a different. And then sometimes you know him and never get to coach him, and that's different. But I got to know him and watch him and have nothing vested as far as I want him around because he's going to help me win. Does that make sense? And I watched how he handled himself, and I knew nothing about his background, nothing about his story. Ninth grader, he comes up and he comes on the basketball court grinning. He had the prettiest smile of any human being I know. He would light the room up with that smile. And so I got to know him, and as he got recruited by colleges, and he began to get pressure from people wanting him to focus on basketball or focus on this or something else, he would come to my room and me and him would pray and just seek the Lord. And if I'd had my way, I'd have kind of pushed him toward Coach Spurrier at South Carolina because they throw the ball and he's a receiver. But you see, we got a God who knows a lot more than I know. And he knows a lot more than any one of us out here knows. God sees next week. Guys, we don't even know what's going to happen in 30 minutes. So God had him going to Georgia Tech. And I never told him secretly in my heart, that's why I said, man, if I'm a receiver, I'm going to go with Coach Spurrier. But he went to Georgia Tech. He's already signed at Georgia Tech, and the coach who was coaching track resigned, and they came and asked me, Bebe's senior year, to coach track. And I said, okay, I'm game. He was such a humble young man. This man's done committed to Georgia Tech. He's about to be, in a few years, the first receiver picked in the first round draft pick. The first round, he's the first receiver picked for the NFL. If I had any of that going for me, you couldn't talk to me. But he messed up one day. In about 30 minutes, he came back and looked me dead in the eye like a man. He said, Coach, I'm sorry. I will never do that again. And it wasn't bad, but he knew he had messed up. How many of us have that in us to do that? He didn't care what color you were. He didn't care if you were an athlete or not. He had friends who never played sports. He had friends in the band. He had friends all across the school. He accepted you for who you were. He had every opportunity to grow up and be a bitter young man. He had family who loved him, and that's always encouraging. But see, I had family who loved me, and I chose the bad route. When I went in the Navy, when I came back out of the Navy, folk around here thought I'd been in prison. When'd you get out of prison? I said, well, I wasn't in no prison. I was in the Navy. You know what I'm saying? But that was the life I was leading. But Bebe chose a path much higher. Successful, had everything in front of him, and he made the right choices. Some of you right here, you got life, all of you have life in front of you. The question is, who you gonna line up with? Are you gonna line up with people who are gonna take you higher, like a Bebe, or not? That's on you, right? Everybody in here, you're individuals. Track's a team sport, but that individual runs, right? As good a young man as he is, he's still a good man. How do I know that? As good as a man as he is and was, there was a point in his life he knew he needed Jesus Christ as his Lord and Savior. And he called Carlos Jones, who's my brother. We don't look alike, but he's my brother. We look alike in here, I promise you. We got Jesus. And he gave his heart to Jesus. So Bebe is still alive. I don't talk about him in the past. When I say was, that kind of bothers me. He is. Now the question is, what can I do as one individual to honor him with my life? I think about him all the time. I can tell you exactly where I was the moment I learned of what happened. And guys, some of y'all have had bad news, and it feels like somebody sucks the oxygen out your lungs. And I felt like the floor had fallen away from me. Because I just assumed he was going to outlive me, because I'm a 60-year-old man, you know, I ain't going to be here all the time. The Bible tells you that no man has a promise of tomorrow. Nobody. None of us. The question is, what are you going to do with today? In school, in the NFL, Bebe shone, he just shined. And I always take a little bit of pleasure if you go on YouTube and you look up the play when they was in the playoffs and he catches that slant against the Steelers and he outruns the Steelers. You know who you can give that credit to, right? You give it to God, but you can also give it to the track coach. Every time I see it, I say, oh, that's track coach right there. He already had that in him, guys. But I want to challenge you, please. When everybody around you is frowning, you smile. There's times you're going to have to defend yourself, and there's times you're going to have to stand up for things or kneel for things. But please, try to honor him and be the best person you can be. I'm honored to have a part in this. When Carlos asked me, I said, yes, definitely. I didn't prepare a speech. I don't do that. I want to speak from my heart. Don't let situations mold you. You be the man or the woman who molds the situations. Everybody in here has got that ability, I promise you. Thank you for your attention, and God bless you.
Hey Dublin, Lawrence County, thanks for 25 great years here at Mellinmore. Packing and shipping, of course, is what we do, but if you need that passport photo, we're here for that too. We're here Monday through Friday, 9:30 to 5:30. We're here to help you here at St. Patrick's or any time during the year. Look forward to seeing you here. Come see your friends here at Mellinmore. And on behalf of everybody here at Mellinmore, thanks for 25 great years. We look forward to seeing you soon.
You've been saying you want it, and now's the time to get it. Pool and patio furniture in style with fabrics you want, comfort and durability you deserve. You'll even save on accessories and add your own personal style. Come see the full line of pool and patio furniture at Mid-State Pools and Spas today and bring home a colorful poolside. Now's a great time to save at Mid-State Pools and Spas, located on Veterans Boulevard in Dublin. Mid-State Pools and Spas. We know pools.
How y'all doing? Man, first I just want to thank y'all for taking y'all time out just to listen to me talk. I know how it is as a former athlete. Y'all got yourself warmed up, you ready to roll, and now you got to come sit down and listen to a person like me talk. So I appreciate y'all, man, and I respect what y'all doing. Keep the good work going. But I was a teammate of Bebe's at Georgia Tech. We were roommates. We played together in the NFL. We retired around the same time. We both played 10 years in the league, which y'all know Bebe's story as an athlete. But what I appreciate most about Bebe was the type of person he was. Football brought us together, but off the field what made us closer. He was a guy of integrity. He was a humble guy, a God-fearing man. And one thing about Bebe, he loved his family. He loved his hometown where he came from, and he loved the youth. Like right now, if he was here today, he wouldn't be studying at 88 over there. He'll probably be on this track right now, ready to line up and race everybody out here. So what I want y'all to understand, man, is when you have your opportunity right now, make the most of it. You want to make sure you leave a legacy and leave an imprint of where you come from. I don't know. Some of us may make it to the next level, some of us might not. But we can make a difference today. So find a way, how can I make a positive impact on my community? Whether that's in the classroom, whether that's helping out my younger sibling, whether that's being respectful to my teachers, being respectful to my parents, that's leaving a legacy. If you look around, you hear all the great things about Bebe. He left a great legacy. And I'm sure he's very proud of everyone out here. Trust me, I know he talked about it all the time when he came up to Georgia Tech. So now I know a message that coming from my brother, he'll say the same thing about y'all. Y'all a special group. And don't let your situation, don't let the environment change that. You be confident in your own skin. You stay true to yourself. You know who you belong to, right? And that's the man above. You stay on your knees, man, you pray. Have a relationship with God. Be respectful to one another. People come from all aspects of life. We don't judge nobody. And that's the most important thing I want y'all to understand, man. Enjoy these moments together, because they go by fast. I'm just sitting back with my high school buddy now, just reminiscing on all the times that we had when we was in high school. So appreciate these moments, man. Love one another. Respect one another, and your time that you're here, you make the most of it, and you leave a legacy the same way my brother did, man. So again, I thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. And as my brother would say, hey, one love to all, man. Thank you.
We're going to do a reflection walk around the track. His mom, his dad, his siblings, his aunts, they are here, friends, and we're going to take 2 walks around the track to reflect on his memory. So I want to ask you to be very respectful of this moment. Let's not be joking, let's not be playing. They know how to be serious when it was time to be serious. And we want to take this time in his memory and in his honor to take 2 laps around this track and reflect on who he is.
Good throw, Demaryius Thomas uses the stiff arm. There he goes! Down the seam. Thomas there, caught first down at the 27. Sails it downfield. Thomas there, he made the catch! What a catch by Bebe!
My main thing is to give back. I never wanted to be the super famous guy because there's a lot of people come from where I come from that don't have the opportunity. I was one of them, so now I want to get the chance to try to help some of those people.
With the 22nd pick in the 2010 NFL Draft, the Denver Broncos select Demaryius Thomas.
Made a lot of plays, and I'm a good guy. Happy to be a Denver Bronco.
It wasn't just all about going and get the catch. It was times when we need a big block, I might do that, or whatever it was. I was just making sure I could be there for my team and my guys, so I can, take pressure off somebody maybe, or, spring up or open a big block for somebody, whatever it was. It wasn't never really about me. I was trying to do it for the team.
Here we go. First snap of the overtime.
Shotgun for Tim Tebow. Short motion is Eddie Royal. Tim play fakes in the pocket. Sets.
Got him at the 40. It's Thomas at the 50.
Here we go. 40, 35-foot race. 20, 15, 10. Touchdown. Denver is over. It's over in Denver.
Denver's going on to New England. They won it on the first play of overtime.
It's like it was yesterday. Every time I see it, every time I watch it, I still get the chills because it was just crazy. I didn't know I had won the game. I didn't know the game was over with, because if I knew the game was over, I just would have went through the tunnel.
That was the first year of the new playoffs rules, and I wasn't probably paying attention when they talked about it.